What's up, Facebook? Yes, this is your girl, Renee Peoples. I don't normally do live videos. This is something that my husband normally do. But I wanted to put this on a video because it would have taken me way too long to try and type everything out. So, we've been talking about first of all, let me just start off by saying this. Thank you for the ones that's joined thus far. Let me start off by saying this. I personally, and it could be due to my own ignorance, I'm not really sure. I did not know that black banks, or black-owned banks, should I say, still existed. Okay? It's not very many. It's very, very few. However, they are still in existence. So, I have been looking at a couple banks, Citizen Trust Bank, which is a black-owned bank here in Georgia. And also, I found out that Credit Union of Atlanta is a black-owned credit union. Never knew that, okay? So, I had called the Credit Union of Atlanta the day before, yesterday. I was calling, couldn't get an answer. Called some more, then I finally left a message and someone gave me a call back. And I was just asking about the requirements of joining the credit union, because I know with like Delta and other credit unions, you have to know someone, you know, so on and so forth. There are levels to it, to joining a credit union. So yesterday I went to court. And when I walked out of the courthouse yesterday in Atlanta, guess what I seen? The first thing I seen across the street was Credit Union of Atlanta, which is a black-owned credit union. I was like, wait a minute. Hey, they go to credit union. So my son and I and my nephew, we walked on across the street. And they weren't open yet. They opened at 8:30. So we stood there and waited for them to actually open, okay? So the police officer, I'm sorry, that's my nosy son. So the police officer came to the door and he greeted us. And so we said, you know, I told him that I was here looking for information or inquiring about opening an account. He said, well, everybody is, you know, in the back. You can just come on in and sit down. And when they get out, they'll come and talk to you. I said, okay, no problem. So we sat there for a few minutes and a young lady had came out, Miss Herbert. She came out to speak with us. She brought me into her office. But now here's the thing. And let me go back and say this. Hold on. I'm about to be in mommy mode. Go somewhere and sit down. Both of you. Right now. Distractions. Goodness. So the main thing about our businesses is that, and the reason why we don't support our own businesses is because of what? Number one thing. Customer service. Right? So anyway, let me go back, rewind back. So my son and I walked into her office and she looked at both of us. She was like, so what is this? Is it going to be a joint account or what is it going to be? And I was taken back by it. I was like, whoa, ooh, you know, the attitude there, you know. I said, well, first of all, I'm not about to open an account. I'm here to inquire about an account. So the day before, now mind you, I had read the reviews. The reviews are really bad. They were saying it was bad customer service, so on and so forth. So if I'm talking about putting my money somewhere in an establishment, then I need to know, you know, what I'm getting myself into, right? So, I said, I'm just inquiring about an account. So she was like, well, you know, she took me through all these qualifications. And the main thing was basically, if you don't know anybody they cater to city workers, City of Atlanta, Fulton County. If you don't know anyone that's a part of the credit union, then you can join on your own. There's a $30 fee. And that $30 goes into a savings account that stays there throughout the duration of your account. If you just so happen to close your account, then you get that $30 back at the end, you know, granted that your account is in good standing. Okay, so it took me a minute to get to that part, okay? So then I said, because of, it seemed like the attitude almost, it was almost like what are you here for? You know, in a way, when we first started. And that took me, you know, like I say, I was kind of taken by surprise on that, okay? So I started telling her, I said, you must not be familiar with the movement that's going on right now. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, well, right now, we've been called out, you know, to research these Black-owned banks so that we can start putting some of our resources back into our own economy. She was like, oh, yeah, I heard something else. I heard something about that. So I started breaking it down to her, okay, about what it was about and what we're doing. And she was like, well, that's good to know. And I said, well, let me tell you this. I told her about the customer service part, and I told her about the reviews that was online about her bank. I said, and here's the thing, you know, I will go on here and I will create a good review for you guys, based on our conversation. I said, but just to let you know, the reviews about this credit union is not good. Okay, and that's what made me question whether I wanted to actually join this credit union or not. The thing about it is, first of all, and I'm speaking to my people, if we're trying to build something, okay, and starting to support Black-owned businesses, let's check our attitudes. Let's check the professionalism, you know, because that is the number one thing that would turn people away. If I call you and leave a message, call me back. If I'm inquiring about your resources or your product, give me a call and sound excited about telling me about your product. You understand what I'm saying? Let's check that, y'all. I'm serious, because that is such a turn off for me when I'm trying to support our people and you're hitting me. And let's not talk about the hidden fees. So going back to the bank, and then I'm gonna go back to something else that I've been looking for. So anyway, to make a long story short, by the time I was done breaking it down to her, we were cool. We were cool. And she was very nice. She was understanding. She understand that there are going to be more people calling. You need to put your customer service agents up on what's going on so our people don't be met with attitudes. Okay, because that's, like I said, number one thing that'll turn people away. So the next thing I'm going to go to Citizens Trust Bank and see what I'm met with there. So going back to doing business. So I was calling around looking for a water slide for my son's birthday for this weekend. Called a few places. Trying to support our Black-owned businesses. Okay. So one guy told me he lives in Decatur. So in order for him to come out here and set up, on top of the $200 fee for the slip and slide, he's going to charge me an extra $45 for coming out here for gas. Gas not even that high anymore. I can understand when gas was like $3 a gallon. But honey, really $45 for what? So, okay, so that was number one. And if you are going to charge a fee, just wrap it up into whatever fee it is that you charge, your travel charge, okay? Don't come back with no extra fees. I called another guy in Douglasville, another Bob, Black-owned business, and I asked about, the cost of the water slide, and he said, well, it's free if you live in the Douglasville area. Oh, great. I only live like 10 minutes from Douglasville, so it wouldn't be that far. We've used them before when I'm over at Tinseltown, so I know where the business is. He said, well, where do you live? I said, I'm right here in Powder Springs. I'm not far. Oh, well, it's going to be a $35 fee. Are you freaking kidding me? I am literally 10 minutes from Douglasville, and you're going to charge me a $35 fee to come over here 10 minutes away? That was a turnoff, okay? Come on, we got to do better, people. We have to do better. I understand that there is a gas fee, but don't hit people over the head. Gas is not that high anymore, okay? Adjust your gas your rates. You know what I'm saying? Come on, it's just about better customer service. Let's get into the mindset of servicing our people. That's why people go and go off to other places to be serviced. We're looking for Black-owned nail techs. Come on, if I come to your establishment, I want to get my nails done. Don't meet me with an attitude. Appreciate my business. Appreciate my money that I'm bringing to you, because I can go elsewhere. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Let's get it together. I want us to join forces. I want us to do what's right. No, I'm not on no, hate white people and none of that. None of that. Please don't take what I'm saying and put it that way. But I do know that there is power in numbers. I do know that once we stand up and stand together, okay, because we are one of the only races that spend just about every dollar that comes within our hand, within our fingertips. We turn around and we spend it right away. Okay, so first of all, we need to get out of that habit. Second of all, if we are going to spend, let's start putting that money back into our communities. Let's build our communities. Let's build better schools for our children. Okay, let's do something positive with our dollars so that it can start circulating, so that we don't have to rely on a bank to tell us no because of the color of our skin if we need a small business loan. Yes, there's a lawsuit going on in Mississippi right now from a bank in Mississippi that denied African American people loans because of the color of their skin. Did you know that? We have the power to change that. Okay, so we can do that. We can change that. That's all I'm saying. Let's come together. Let's do what we need to do, you guys, so that we can break these stereotypes. Let's break. Automatically, when you go into a store, a young black man go into a store, he can look like he don't have money. Okay, and I'm gonna say, take my son for example. He can go into a store. He have locks. He's the typical young black male. 9 times out of 10, that representative is not going to come and ask him, do he need help? Why? Because they feel as though he don't have money. Little do they know is this little boy has a credit score of 700. You feel me? So let's break that. Let's break that stereotype, and let's stop judging a book by its cover, because we're judging and we're doing it to ourselves. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Let's get it together. I love you all. I love everyone. I love everyone with the love of God. I really do. But I do believe that my people need to come together. Let's get it right, get it tight, and build back up our communities. Let's build back up our Wall Street. Let's do it. They did it before with little to no resources. We can do it again with everything we have at our fingertips. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, if you want to go out and talk to someone at the Credit Union of Atlanta, I spoke with Miss Paulette Herbert. She is aware of the movement. I did make her aware. So you guys call, inquire. If you want to open up an account, it's $30 or $35. You put in the savings account, it sits there. You can put your little $100 in that savings account, let it sit there, grow interest, and let's start circulating that money back into our black community, okay? I'm gonna get off of here because these kids gonna tear the house down in a minute. They over here looking at me like I'm crazy, trying to figure out what's going on. I needed to come and get in a little corner so that I can come and talk to y'all. But once again, I love you all. I love you with the love of God, white, black. It doesn't matter what race, cultural, whatever, whoever you are. I love you. And let's take that attitude, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Peace.